Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, readers of all persuasions. Welcome back to my channel, Booked, Uncorked, and Caffeinated. It is me, Gayla. I'm actually late with my video. This is Sunday evening. I really like to post by 12 noon, but I was on a little mini vacay this weekend, so I was in the car driving, and so I didn't get that video up. So I'm learning as I go through this journey. Sometimes you have to pre-record to have things done in the order and fashion that you want them. But anyway, we are here. Welcome back. I'm glad you decided to come back and see me. And so tonight we're going to be talking about the books that I'm currently reading, like literally today in the car, like when I'm sitting on my couch. And right now I have 3 in front of me. So usually I'm reading 2 books, my physical book and my Audible book when I'm going to and from work. But I'm also in a professional book club this month, so I'm reading 3 books. So the first book that I started the year off with is Island Queen by Vanessa Riley. So this is one of the 25 books that I want to read this year, and these are big boys, right? That's why my reading goal was only 25 books, because the majority of my books are 300 plus pages, and this one is 572. All right, I had anticipating reading this and her second book in the series this month in January, but I had a lot going on. Like I said before, I'm in a professional book club as well, so it's not just reading the book, but diving into it, making notes, and doing all those things that I don't necessarily do when I'm reading my personal books. So I may get through Island Queen this month, but the next in the sequel may be next month in February. The second book that I'm reading, and I'm reading this book in tandem. I'm reading it physically, and this is also my Audible book for the week. I didn't quite finish it. I read it in the car on the way back, or listened to it in the car on the way back, and so I will be reading this and listening to it throughout this week. One of Us Knows by Alyssa Cole. This is a thriller. She also wrote When No One Is Watching. I thoroughly enjoyed that book, but in my video when I talked about this book, I talked about how triggering it was. I don't know how triggering this is, if triggering at all. It's a bit confusing. So I'm probably gonna reread and actually read it, because I started it on the audio book in the car, and maybe it's a book that I need to physically sit down and read, because there's a lot of characters, a lot of point of views, and I'm not used to that many characters and that many point of views. I'll be totally honest with you for that. So maybe I have to give this a second look. But we'll see at the end of the month what I read and how these books were to me. And the last book is by no other than Professor Coates, Between the World and Me. And this is the professional book that I'm reading this month. This was ironic that it came this time of year, this month, during this season. I'm just thankful that I am in a group with people who want to become better people, but also want to become better educators. And, you know, this book is super controversial. I think it's on the banned book list. So it is what it is at this point, but I'm reading it and I'm enjoying it. I read it a few years ago when it first came out, and now taking a look at it from a different lens with educators and therapists and guidance counselors and people of that nature is a very interesting take, and to hear people's point of views is quite interesting, and I'm loving it. So these are the 3 books that I'm reading, from super heavy to light and fuzzy to confusing. That's what it is, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. I know some people usually ask me, how can you read so many books at one time? It's just the feeling that I'm in. I'm a mood reader, so I flip-flop between books. The professional one, not flip-flopping, it is what it is, but the other books is usually something I really want to get into. That's why it's physical, and something that's a little bit lighthearted that I can listen to and from work with paying attention, but not being super engrossed in it. So those are the books that I'm reading so far in January. There are more books. You will get that video later, my January reads, but these are the 3 physical books that are at the top of my list right now. So, and having said that, there's no wine tonight. There's no coffee tonight. I'm just gonna put this video up in a few minutes and enjoy the rest of my evening on this Sunday and prepare for work tomorrow. But in the meantime, like, share, subscribe, do all the things, continue to do all the things, and continue to come back with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.